Tonight, a tense standoff in the West Bank where dozens of Jewish Israeli settlers have trapped two Palestinian families in their homes since Sunday. Security camera footage from the Palestinian homes shows settlers, mostly young men, pacing around the property, fighting with Israeli soldiers and border guards, and using rocks to block Israeli military trucks from reaching the site. It's also deprived the families of food, water, and cut off their electricity. All we have left is a little bread, a little halawa, this cheese, a tomato, said the home's owner in a video asking for help. NBC News' Richard Engel spoke with one of the homeowners in a piece that ran on Hallie Jackson Now last week.
What would happen if I walked up this hill and came to you?
ممكن نصير عليك اني خطر يعني راح يلاقوك راح يضربوك مش راح بتوقع ما يخلوكش عايش يعني.
بيتك انا اجي اقعد فيه.
Would you accept me coming into your home, living here and forcing you out, said the town's mayor. We keep speaking out, but no one listens to us. No one tells our story to the world. But now this siege is attracting international attention. U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee, known to be pro-Israel, called the settlers terrorists whose thuggish behavior should be punished. The IDF said today that it had dispersed the settlers, but when we went, we found several were still there. You can see right now there are settlers running right along in black, just below those homes that are now under siege. That's terrifying for the two families still inside. Some of Karim Hassan's adult children are in the houses. To keep watch on his daughter, he's sleeping here. He says this has been his house since January of this year. His car. Hours ago, he was told that soldiers took his daughter's phone. After an anxious wait, he finally got through to her.
طيب أنا معي صحافي بس احنا في مصنع محمد صابر بذاكوكم؟
لا بس يعني قالوا لنا تطلعوش برا.
خلاص تطلعوش برا.
أين جوا قاعدين؟
ماشي ديروا بالكم، أكل عندكم؟
ما عطاناش وقت. أخذنا بس المعلبات والمي وخبز.
The residents here say the soldiers haven't been doing enough to protect them. They accuse the military of working with the settlers to force out the Palestinians. They point to a video earlier this week that showed IDF soldiers praying with the settlers, inciting accusations of collusion. The IDF said disciplinary action would be taken against the security personnel involved. Despite the Israeli government's pledges to stop settler violence, attacks have been on the rise. The United Nations said that last month was among the deadliest for settler attacks against Palestinians. That's when a newly built mosque was set on fire and tagged with Hebrew graffiti saying revenge with blood. But a spokesman for Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says it's the Palestinians who are attacking the settlers. And you believe the balance of the terror, the balance of the violence is on the Palestinians in the West Bank, not on the Israeli settlers?
There's no comparison here. There's been 1,300 terror attacks targeting Israeli people to kill them, and 25 have been killed. Now, that doesn't justify any type of vigilante behavior, but you cannot use that to whitewash.
But for the Palestinian families here, there's nothing to whitewash. The violence is right outside their door. So as you can see, Ryan, the Palestinians who are totally besieged in those homes, they are very suspicious of the Israeli police and the military, but at the same time, they're totally relying upon them. They're actually begging them for help. There's no other recourse to any other legal authority where they are. But at the same time, they really suspect that the Israeli military is working on behalf of, or sometimes in concert with, the settlers who are harassing them. They see that bias, and that's one of the reasons that I heard from one of the men that I spoke with out there. He told me that if these soldiers were dealing with these Israelis the way they were dealing with the Palestinians, this whole thing would be open in an hour.
Wow. Matt Bradley, thank you so much for that report. We appreciate it.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.